Welcome back to Nick Lenz's DVD review episode. This is episode number 7. Last episode was episode 6. In this episode, we're reviewing Justice League War, the adaptation of the Justice League story of Justice League Origin, written by Jeff Johns and the art by Jim Lee. This movie came out just this year. What do I think of this movie? It's actually not that bad. Though there are a couple problems, and a lot of people have probably can agree about this. There's too much, I don't know, profanity. I mean, there's too much swearing in the movie. Yeah, the language is one of the biggest there's some problems in the movie, like the language. Let's see. Pretty much a lot of the stuff was pulled directly from the comic, though they made a few alterations. Oh yes, also, why the heck is Wonder Woman's outfit? Look at Wonder Woman's outfit. Look at closer outfit. Why did they change that outfit for? In the comic, it looked a lot better. Instead, they give her a piece of crap of a costume. Okay? The costume is so stupid. And in fact, she's so war-hungry. And also, she's flirting with Superman, all because currently in the comics, they're dating. So they have to put in this movie. Okay? The costumes, now, I think that the only characters are written really well in this movie are Batman, Flash, Cyborg, and maybe Shazam. I mean, Flash, it takes him a good half of the movie for him to only show up. Excuse me. Though, one thing I would have made improvement of, give Flash a lot more screen time. I mean, he gets barely any screen time in here. He gets more screen time in the comic. Oh, yes. In the comic, Shazam is nowhere in the story. He doesn't make his debut until the issue after the storyline is over. He makes his first appearance in Justice League 7 in a backup story, which I have read. And this backup feature lasted up until issue 20, where it was concluded with issue 21, which kind of led into the Trinity War. Now, the character Pandora is nowhere in this movie. She was in the first issue, but she's not in this movie at all. Okay? The Parademons are so freaking stupid. Darkseid does not give a reason why he wants to invade the planet. He just made it because he freaking wants to. And the fact it's implied he's conquered hundreds of worlds by the time he conquers Earth. He's freaking taller than Superman. And I wish they had Jeremy Irons voice him. For one thing, the guy who voiced Darkseid, Michael Ironside, who voiced him for years, he did a lot better job than the guy who voiced him in here. The guy is basically so stupid. I don't mind hardly any of the voice actors, though Shazam is written like a complete idiot. He's probably the most annoying character in the movie. Hal Jordan is obnoxious. Batman is probably the most competent character in the movie. Him and Cyborg. Yeah, at least these two are written the most competent character in the movie. Superman is written like he always is. He's a freaking jerk. And he's reluctant to work with these people. It's the same thing in the comic. Okay. Oh, I almost forgot I showed a disc. That's the disc for this movie. Story-wise, it's not bad. Not bad for a story that was an adaptation of a good story. But a lot of people were ticked off, basically, how Superman was portrayed now as a freaking anti-hero. At least Batman. I don't mind how Batman looks, but I kind of agree with something that... Now, apparently in the comics, he does not have this. But yet, take a look at Batman. Take a close look at Batman. He's got a chin strap. In the comics, he doesn't have a chin strap, and yet in the movie, he's got a chin strap. I don't know why. Superman has got the frickin' collar, though I don't know why. And Shazam does not get a backstory. Though here's the interesting thing. This is one of 2 times, at every single time Shazam's been on screen, he's always given his backstory, basically, of how he got his powers, stuff like that. At least they bring that in. This movie, they don't give it. Oh yes, the biggest change made this movie, they took out Aquaman and put frickin' Shazam in this movie. So this is frickin' Captain Marvel. The only reason why they call him Shazam is because Marvel owned the rights to Shazam. And it's a title, not the character. They couldn't call the comic Captain Marvel, they call it Shazam. Okay? Now, I can understand that. DC could not publish a title called Captain Marvel, but they can keep the Captain Marvel name for the character. But yet, when they relaunched DC Universe, they changed his name to frickin' Shazam. That's the name of the wizard. And of course, in the comics, Billy Batson is obnoxious. That's how he's currently right now, but at least they keep his origin story pretty much intact. It's not like how it got to the place completely changed, but pretty much it's still the same freaking origin story. This movie does not give an origin story. He just becomes Shazam out of nowhere. Excuse me. And he steals Vic Stone's jersey. At least Victor Stone he got a pretty good role in the movie. He's probably one of the most well-developed. Him and Batman and Flash are probably the only characters in this entire movie who are written very well. Superman fires his laser vision off sometimes for no apparent reason. And the only way Batman can stop Superman from fighting him is by whispering his real name. He just says, he knows how to stop him. He says, Clark. And he just stops. And this is prior to this. He uses X-ray vision to figure out he's Bruce Wayne. Okay, that I did not mind because he also did that in the 3-part World's Finest from Superman the Animated Series. Okay, I'll get credit for that much. I didn't mind the fact they did that. But Hal Jordan acts like he acts like he's the leader of the team, even though he's not. I mean, it's implied Batman's the boss, who's the leader of this team. In the comics, that's basically who the leader of the team is, as Batman. I don't mind that at all. But I like the fact that a lot of Batman Green Lantern's dialogue comes complete from the comic. But at least that, they had a good reason why I put Shazam in the movie. The only reason I put him in there is so I can give Cyborg an extra piece of juice. Okay? Overall, I give this movie a 7 out of 10. The only reason why I take it off is because the profanity with is the language, how Superman and Wonder Woman written, kind of how Shazam is written, and the fact that the villain has really no real reason to invade Earth. Okay?